going to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. The devil is a bitch. The devil is a B-I-T-C-H. The devil is a bitch. The devil is Too Short's favorite word on me. The devil is a friend turned foe turned on me. The devil trying to take Adam's rib. The devil trying to keep a good dad far away from his kids. Might as well just go to the war. Might as well go to jail if the babies can't live with you. That right there was the devil. All up in your motherfucking brain trying to meddle with your thoughts. Hoping that you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar and get shot by the police. Just another dead homie who was trying to make $1 out of 10 cents, homie. Devil is some fool trying to start shit with me when they see I'm doing good. You a fucking housewife to the homies in your hood. If I was God, then I would kill the devil. The devil is a bitch. The devil is a B-I-T-C-H. The devil is a bitch. The devil is a U-S-G-O-V-E. R-N-M-E-N-T. N-Y-L-A-P-D. The devil hate people like me. The devil don't like the word free. The devil ain't no motherfucking G. You can't fuck with the G-O-D. The devil's half the people in the White House. The devil took God out the schoolhouse. The devil right there clapping when you crash out. Whisper in the homies here to take you out. The devil is the music industry. The devil isn't cool with you and me. The devil is social media and all the poison that they're feeding us. We just the idiots who eat it up. The devil is a rap PC'd up in county jail. God said ain't no real G's down in hell. God please use me as a vessel. Let me sneak into hell and slap a shit out the devil. The devil on some weirdo shit. See no evil, I don't fear that shit. The devil is Hollywood. Make the rich poor today and make them walk through the hood. Fuck the devil. The devil is a bitch. The devil is a bitch. The devil is a B-I-T-C-H. The devil is a bitch. The devil is a...
Pismo the beach, riding in a low through Hudson Valley. Lompoc, Santa Barbara, you know I live it, they gon' get it started. Pouring up the bottle, rolling Bob Marley, Ventura, Oxnard, all in the party. It's Saturday, what to do? Let's hit the parking barbecue. Call the gang and make a move. We gon' party all night, make the baddies choose. It's Saturday, what to do? Let's hit the parking barbecue. Call the gang and make a move. We gon' party all night, make the baddies choose. Today's the day, I'ma get it poppin'. Going through my phone, I got so many options. Number after number, like I work at the auction. I split some game on the floor, baby, you should come out, bitch. You can take my hand, I'm going up like a rocket. I got the keys to the 5, like I work with the locksmith. If I tell you pull up, then you know that we locked in. If I let you drive the boat, then you know that we rockin'. We gon' dip, we gon' slide, we gon' rep the 805. We not in, we outside. We gon' take new pics by the old school ride. We gon' dip, we gon' slide, we gon' rep the 805. We not in, we outside. We gon' take new pics by the old school ride. It's Saturday, what to do? Let's hit the parking barbecue. Call the gang and make a move. We gon' party all night, make the baddies choose. It's Saturday, what to do? Let's hit the parking barbecue. Call the gang and make a move. We gon' party all night, make the baddies choose. You keep looking at my drip, everybody stare. Shaking hands, making plans at the Mid-State Fair. Hop on all these P's, yeah, I'm something like a player. I think she got a nigga, but I really don't care. I think she got kids, but I really don't care. She got a baby daddy, but I really don't care. I'm posted at the crib with my fingers in her hair. You started with a square, now you fucking with a player. We gon' dip, we gon' slide, we gon' rep the 805. We not in, we outside. We gon' take new pics by the old school ride. We gon' dip, we gon' slide, we gon' rep the 805. We not in, we outside. We gon' take new pics by the old school ride. It's Saturday, what to do? Let's hit the parking barbecue. so slow. Pismo the beach, riding in a low through Essen Valley. Lompoc, Santa Barbara, you know Olive Vista gon' get it started. Pouring up the bottle, rolling by Marley, Ventura, Oxnard, all in the party. Saturday, what to do? Let's hit the parking barbecue. Call the gang and make a move. We gon' party all night, make the baddies choose. It's Saturday, what to do? Let's hit the parking barbecue. Call the gang and make a move. We gon' party all night, make the baddies choose.
Yes, sir. What up, y'all? How we feeling? CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. We back in the building. I am this guy of the coast, your host on the station that plays 805 hip hop and R&B every Monday through Friday. Every Wednesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time with my co-host today, Big Mike. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be back, y'all. Do me a favor, if you can hear the sound of my voice, please share this stream, y'all. It's kind of dry in here today. Holy shit. Why do I even need to do the goddamn intro? But we have a fantastic show for you today. I'm gonna do the intro for the people that might be watching later. So fantastic show for you today. Jay-Z headlined the Roots Picnic, dropped a freestyle that has the internet on fire. But was it hot though? We're gonna talk about it tonight. Everybody has a lot to say, and I want to do a deep dive on it because Joe Budden has something to say about it. Dame, the people that Jay talked about, like Dame Dash, Oskino, and a bunch of other people had responses to it. So I want to kind of dive a little deeper than we might usually dive into a topic to talk about it, because this is some real hip hop shit that's finally back. You know what I'm saying? So these are the conversations that I like to have. This is a Kendrick Drake level conversation that the internet is having right now. So I want to have it on the 805. Plus, and we're doing music reviews like we did last week. The music reviews were popping last week. So let's see if we can do it again today. If you're an artist in the chat and you want us to review your music, go ahead over to nero.fan/connectthecoast. That's nero.fan/connectthecoast. Submit your music over there. You do get one free submission, and we'll give it a review. But if we don't like it, we cutting that shit off immediately. You know what I'm saying? So Practicing Gratitude 74, what's good? Thank you for joining on Instagram. Go ahead and tag somebody in the chat to let them know you're in here. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hype us up, hit that share button, and definitely leave a comment if you get a chance. Hop in the chat, because this doesn't work without your participation. So hop in the chat, get active, because we love having that back and forth conversation. And if you're watching on Meta, tag the word @highlight in the comments, and that will let everybody know where you're at so we can get some more people up in here. I'm gonna go ahead and play a song and bring my co-host up. We'll talk about the latest 805 charts. We'll do a couple announcements, and then we'll get right into it, y'all. So this is CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the motherfucking coast.
Me in the city is wiped up. When I'm outside, they get hyped up. Tell all these rappers to pipe down. They upset they ain't doing it like us. Diamonds is dancing like Mike Jack. You see all of my fingers is iced up. Pack up these niggas in zigzags and I light them up and get high as fuck. Niggas claim they got all the sticks, but they rolling around with their safety on. Funny niggas, they comedians. They be wildin' out, call them Apion. Shift key, niggas all cap. They ain't on the shit that they say they on. Top 2 and I'm not 2, motherfucker. I feel like I'm Babytron. Yeah, I'm the king of the universe. Feel like I'm Babytron. Emperor of the universe, feel like I'm Babytron. Yeah, feel like I'm Babytron. Top 2 and I'm not 2. Thank God that I'm not you, motherfucker.
Y'all go ahead and get that album. Go ahead and go get that Kush GPT album, by the way, y'all. I was listening to it this weekend, and we put our foot in that shit for how quickly we did it. So go get that Kush GPT album, man. Shout out to all the artists that participated in. I got my dog Uno in the building. What's poppin', man?
What's the word, Bird?
How you feeling?
Chilling, man. Can't complain. Ready to eat this din. Watch the Knicks and Spurs finals.
Who you going for?
Chilling. I'm going for the Spurs, man. I don't care who I
like. Neither one is your team.
Yeah, neither one is my team. I just think the Spurs are gonna win.
I'm not to the West Coast. I mean, that's close to the West. San Antonio.
That's West Coast. They say it's South, but they lie.
It's closer to the West than
sure.
the other one. So, let's go over these charts real quick before we get into the topic at hand. If you're unfamiliar, out here in the 805, we have our own Billboard chart. So if you want to hear how it sounds, if you want to see the artists you should be keeping up with, then visit our website, connect.club/charts, and check that out. It's a top 20 chart. I'm only going to go over the top 10 because we had some movement in the top 10. So shout out to 42 Slick holding down the number 1 spot for 8 weeks now with Shake Something featuring 3 Milli and 10K Lee. At number 2, we have 1100 G-Way with Not That. Both of them are out of Oxnard. Number 3, who's creeping up fast to number 1, Lil Bams with Back in It, but his engagement is low. So that's what's keeping him at number 3. His views are high, but his engagement is low. So, but he's moving up the charts quickly. We have Lulu hanging in there with Tune In. She should be hitting her 90-day cycle, so she might be falling off the charts pretty soon. Something Dope DG with Better at number 5. We got Uno at 6 and 7 with OK and Letter to the Heavens. We got Nathan Charles with No Sleep featuring ABG holding strong at number 8. I feel like this nigga been at number 8 since the beginning of time. DJ The Prince is at number 9 with October 27th, and that's moving up quickly because he keeps sharing the content, man. That's the key. He keeps sharing the content, and he's moving up the charts. And at number 10, we got Young Meeks out of Ventura with On God. Shout out to all those artists that are on the chart. And if you want to keep up, like I said, visit connect.club/charts to see the latest happenings on the chart. And like I said, we are accepting music submissions. So that's nero.fan/connectthecoast, nero.fan/connectthecoast to submit your music. Is it really no one in here on YouTube? That's insanity.
It is the finals, man. It's the finals. So, basketball fans are going to be a little out,
Fair enough. Rare Breed, what's good? Kamiko, what's good? Philly, what's good? Willie or Wild Hayes, thank y'all for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. So this weekend, you would have had to be off the internet to not see this shit. The Roots Picnic was happening in Philadelphia as it does every year. And Jay-Z, who's been slowly rolling, it feels like he's rolling something out because he started with the GQ interview, and then here he is on the Roots Picnic stage, and he dropped a freestyle, an a cappella freestyle like they used to do back in the day. I'm guessing it's an actual freestyle off the top of the dome. That's what it feels like to me, but I don't know. It could have been planned out. But let's listen to it and then give our reactions to it. Actually, let's listen to it. Let's watch some reactions to it and then give our reactions to it. So this is the Jay-Z freestyle at the Roots Picnic. Hopefully we don't get flagged for this, but.
The leprechauns magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? All
right, so that line right there is apparently a shot at Tory Lanez, our 805 brother. He's up there. He's up here in slow at the jail.
Why are you trolling?
Shout out to Tory Lanez. All right.
One fumbled his wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery gang.
That's to Dame Dash, teeth tumbling out the mouth. I don't know if y'all remember that one, but Dame's teeth literally fell out his mouth on stream. So Hov sending shots at Dame.
You had to catch Kyle and thunk it. Was you who plucked his? I'm the one who strummed the pain. That hill you can die on. It's way too much flat that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers, I maul you niggas gang. I ain't much for meetings, no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name. You ever heard of a one that came? My children and some of them. Have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin.
This is to Ye, because Ye called his kid, the R word. So he's trying to come back and say, yo, my kid is, focused. He's talented. He's a prodigy. How dare you? And then he said he stabbed Un basically, and he's basically saying they could get dirty,
How I'm playing. Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch y'all saniac in my presence, nigga shrink. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut ass nigga still stuttering. That chatty patty down on his luck again.
That's still Skino and Dame.
Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him.
That's the Jaguar, right? Of course.
You was wondering why I do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. Okay.
That's to Nikki and her husband. That's kind of crazy. He basically saying that her husband can't even pick the kids up from school because the nigga is a child predator. Nuts.
I can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You try to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrist get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up to Hove. I never looked up to them. The crackers got your publishing gangster. Go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuity is how your contract is worded. Don't make me go first, man.
You're talking to the Iceman right there.
The roots remember, even when the trees pretend, not too much of my name. Don't forget, the rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns are magically run out.
Jay-Z freestyle. Do you think that's off the top, or do you think he penned that?
He penned that shit.
You think so?
Yeah, for 100%.
And through it, the way he was stumbling through, I know I said we're gonna watch some reactions, but let's just react. Like the way he was stumbling through it, my heart wants it to be a freestyle because part of the thing I like the most about Hove is that his flow. You know what I'm saying? I think he has a super strong flow. His bars are never in question to me. Like his bars are never in question, but the flow to me has always been the most exciting part. Because he's able to really switch it up. He can go fast, he can go slow, he really finds those pockets. But this one had too many pockets. It's too many pockets. It felt too much like spoken word to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big spoken word fan. Like the bars, that felt more like what's the DVD rattle, the Smack DVD where they do acapella. That felt like some Smack DVD shit. I don't really like the way them niggas rap, to be honest. Like the bars are always fire, but they don't ever have no hits because they flows ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So and it bothers me because the bars are very strong, and I feel like because the flow is not there, it's giving Gen Z an excuse to hate on Hove even more because I feel like the younger generation definitely is not fucking with this shit. And I feel like we can't have no mistakes like this. If we trying to really lead the way, we can't have no mistakes like this. So that's just how I feel. How'd you feel about it?
I just felt like for what I felt like it doesn't do a service like you think it's gonna do, regardless if it was written or freestyled. I don't think the new generation is really gonna really even be on what Hove's on right now. So I don't look at it like that's why he don't need to drop an album, because everybody's gonna critique it like they critique 444. And even if it is a good album, it's not made for young niggas. He's not made for young niggas. He got an afro out. He got, the way he rapping, the way he delivering. He just wanted to get his point across and get those bars across. That's why he did it on the acapella. So I'm not going to kill him too much for the flow and the stuttering and all that. I feel like he did that on purpose. Certain parts with the Nicki Minaj, the stutter part was because she was stuttering and did the hand when she was rapping and doing her freestyle. So it was part of his game and all that. But I just think when it comes to old legends, like it don't give a fuck if it's Jay-Z, LL Cool J, Busta Rhymes. It just, when you drop a new album in this day and age, it's gonna sound dated just because you're not making music that niggas around are gonna listen to. So I understand why he did it. I'm not a fan of it. I felt like you just came out 2 months ago and said that there's no reason to do beef, and then you just did a whole 2-minute freestyle talking shit about everybody and responding to everybody. So are you really too good and too high on the mountain to understand Peasant's thought process? Like I just it kind of goes against your branding and everything that you've been preaching every interview you've been doing personally.
That's what Joe addressed. I do feel like I mean, to me, the thing that was that the reason I care and want Gen Z to respond well to this is because I feel like we talk about this a lot. There's a divide, and I feel like Hove has an opportunity to bridge that gap with this rollout. But it appears that that's not a focus of his, which I understand as well. Like, I don't think that's something he has to do, but I think it would be dope if he did it. But it seems like he's definitely not going that way. But I think the thing that bothers me a lot too is like it's so many inconsistent fans, because I see so many people who are on Kendrick's nuts, sucking them from the back, talking about how fucking Kendrick, when Kendrick drops some shit, everybody wants to fucking pull out the library books and fucking pull out the fucking translators and dive deep and read every single fucking Easter egg that's in there. And then Hove does some shit like this, and all the comments I see coming from the same Kendrick fans say shit like, oh, man, if I gotta study to figure it out, then it's not dope. And I'm like, so which is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it only dope when Kendrick does it, or are we keeping it?
I hear you. My timeline is more so the mix of both. Like, I hear, people were juiced about it. I didn't necessarily see the negative energy about it until I went and go look for it, right? Like, I don't necessarily agree with all the negative stances on it, but I just feel like when it comes to Hove, like, nigga, your nickname is God. So why are you worried about niggas that are on your same mountain? And if you would engage in a rap battle with any of these niggas, like, no one's gonna say anything back to you. It's just gonna be like little subtle jabs. You're gonna start, and then you're gonna do the subtle jabs, and it's mudslinging back and forth at that point. So I don't know. I kind of not really feeling it. But Hove can rap, so there's not a lot of niggas that can do what he does when it comes to just word vomit. So like, I don't know. I don't really look at the negative context too much. But yeah, like I said, I don't really think that is made for my daughter to fuck with.
For the youth. Youth.
It's not made for y'all.
Let's check out what Joe Budden said about it.
Hove is and who he is today and what he's accomplished. No, I think it's over for that. Musically, as a nigga that don't give us no raps no more, the very first new verse I want to hear from him is not to diss Tony Busby and Nicki Minaj and any of these people. You tell me we in a different place, battling is not necessary. Yes, that's who I was, but yeah, you give me the whole kit and caboodle.
Man, get that shit out of here.
I know better than to hear this bullshit that you be saying. If I'm gonna get a new verse from him, the mind that I know does all of this lyrical miracle, penmanship, craftsmanship shit, I would like the time better spent. Where Hove is and who he is today and what he's accomplished.
Oh, that's Joe Budden and Joe Budden podcast. And he said something similar. The GQ interview said that he doesn't think battling necessarily has a place in hip hop. And I don't think he's contradicting himself personally. I don't know what's going on with this. I don't think he's contradicting himself personally, because if niggas is out there saying, I run the Illuminati, I run a pedophile ring, my kids are retarded, My wife ain't shit. I'd rather take $500,000. I mean, this ain't crazy. And anyone should want to take $500,000 over going to a lunch with anybody. Like that's a ridiculous conversation. But the context of that conversation is that Hove ain't shit, get to the money. That's the context of that conversation. So niggas have been dragging his name through the mud for a solid 10 years. And his business Rockefeller through the Rock Nation through the mud for a solid 10 years. And he ain't really said anything. So I think him responding, I don't think that's beef. You know? And niggas like Drake have been poking at this nigga. So I don't think that's beef. I think that's just responding and saying, you know, what he thinks about it in the lightest of ways. But I don't think he's finna like go back and forth in the way Kendrick and Drake did and give you 20 back-to-back records. Like that to me is rap battling and that's rap beef. And I don't think we're finna get that from both.
Yeah, I mean, as far as a contradiction, I wouldn't say it's a contradiction for sure. I definitely understand the responses to the negativity, but I also look at niggas have made these same niggas have countless songs where they're sucking you up. So it's like, yeah, I'm mad at you for a moment. You don't have to respond. The Busby shit, you already responded to that. The Kanye shit, he already got dealt with because of that. Like you responding 4 years later is just kind of like, nigga, you responded to Nicki Minaj when she was fat as fuck. Like she fat, like she was fat. She on Ozempic. She ain't even with the nigga no more. And you responding to old shit like that. That's why I'm just like, are you not above the standard that you set for yourself? Like, do you not see yourself how you claim to see yourself? So that's where I'm going at it, and not necessarily the contradiction, even though that is what you're doing by responding, because then somebody else has to respond to that. Then what are you going to do? Respond to that. So now it's back and forth to the responses versus you just leaving it at what it is. And I get you having to defend your honor, but nigga, you sold out your album of 25 years ago in 2 days. And in 2 hours, my bad, in 2 hours that you had to place another day. So it ain't got shit to do with your legacy and who you are and fucking up nothing that you got going on. So I just feel like this was your way of saying I'm getting back into the game without announcing a new album. And I just don't think that I even hear Joe say it, and I'm kind of backed up on that. But I actually think he's not too far off. Like I don't necessarily want to hear that shit. Like then you got Drake calling Maul while he's at the concert, and he didn't even respond to nothing you said. He just said, "Yo, what's up with Buddy's hair?" Like, cuz is trolling you. So it's like, what's the point of even doing none of this? Like, I don't think that any of this is necessary because nobody asked for it. If we wanted a new album, we want to hear the slaps, nigga. Get to the slaps, nigga. Personally,
I'm gonna keep it the same. I'm gonna keep the same energy I had with Drake. And basically, like, if you call me a pedophile in any way, shape, or form, I'm gonna defend myself however I see fit. Whether that's I gotta sue you, whether that's where I gotta jab you in a freestyle, whether that's where I gotta slap the shit out of you, I don't know. But I'm finna defend myself. Like that to me, and I think that's more what it was about the Nicki situation, because it's not like I don't think Hove cares necessarily what Nicki Minaj has to say or even what Jaguar Wright has to say. But I do think it's like Jaguar Wright, Nicki Minaj, now Dame Dash, they all perpetuate this Illuminati, Black Epstein, fucking rumor. You know what I'm saying? If it was just them talking shit, I don't think he'd even respond. But they always bring it back to like quote unquote weirdo shit. And I think that's where Hove is like, I'm human. And I like to see that. Like I personally am very tired of the it ain't that deep energy. I like niggas to act like they care about some shit. And I like that Hove is showing that he cares. Like I think he's made it pretty clear on records before that even though he calls himself Hove, he's human. You know what I'm saying? Like so, and you know, like I said, you call me some shit like that, I'm gonna show you I'm human. Like that's just one thing in my mind. And I said this with Kendrick. I just don't think that that's like battle material personally. That's
I agree with you. I agree 100%. If a nigga says something, I'm gonna respond, but I'm also not the nigga on these platforms talking about I'm too above the response. Like I think that's where it becomes the confusion of it. Like
you read the GQ interview as him saying he was above.
He said it. He said it. He not fuck the beef part. He said, "What do I look like going back and forth with niggas? I'm Hove. Why would I try to blackball you, nigga? I'm Hove. As you're blackballing somebody, like it does.
Who's he blackballing?
All right, I'm gonna just let's not say blackball. I don't know how you want to put it. I put it as blackball when you put the nigga who's making a song about you being a pedophile as the headliner of the Super Bowl when you control who performs at the Super Bowl. You didn't put Drake ever. So like even when Drake was having his biggest years, you had Rihanna and J-Lo and Shakira doing it. Like I don't look at it like I'm ever an adversary for what you're doing. It's always been the opposite of that. Whenever you've shown yourself to pick a side, you pick the side. And like that's why even when I was watching the Rory and Mal shit, JD called this nigga why they was at the after party after that shit and told the nigga pick a side, nigga. You got to pick a side now. Like so, this is a known thing that this is what this is created. And I don't look at it like
but you don't see his response as to me, I think blackballing is strong, right? Like I think blackballing is strong because let's say let's say Lucky Summerfest is the Super Bowl of the 805, right? And fucking let's say fucking FG Thriller, right?
Can't perform
to bring it home.
He can't perform.
But let's say before any of the bullshit happened, right?
Yeah.
You put this nigga on Lucky Summerfest,
which I did.
You gave him a couple records, which you did. But I mean, let's just say hypothetically, you did. You gave him a couple records, and then this nigga just starts poking at you because you're at the top. And he wants to get there. You know what I'm saying? Which is what we do in rap. But he's poking at you in a way that's like, nigga, I put you on Lucky Summerfest. Like, what are we doing? Like, and then you just choose not to put him on Lucky Summerfest, but he's still doing this thing. You're not blackballing him. You're just not helping him antagonize you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but if somebody, my thing is, I am a blackballer. So I like, so like I know what that looks like, even when it's not me out loudly saying fuck a nigga, you know what I mean? Like out loudly trying to take opportunities. I'm the nigga that's gonna tell other niggas, if you fuck with that, you're not fucking with me. You pick a side, nigga, and you stand on that side. I've lost relationships for that simple notion with niggas I don't fuck with because I fucked with a certain niggas and I thought they fucked with me. So I let it be known, hey, if you do something with these niggas, it's fuck you. They did that, so it's fuck you. I kind of, it's the same thing. I'm not looking at it like, yeah, okay.
So you in that instance, you say your intent is to blackball them, or is your intent just fuck them?
No, my intent is fuck them. But everything that comes with what is around me, you're not allowed to be a part of. And that's what I'm saying with Hove. We don't ever see anything that has to combine with Hove and Drake ever mash. They're never in the same buildings. They never doing the same events. They're never doing the same anything. So I look at that as the nigga who controls every aspect of what he's doing is fuck that nigga. And I consider that a part of blackballing. Now, of course, Drake is Drake. You can't blackball Drake. You know what I mean? Niggas are it's still Drake at the end of the day. But I do look at it in a deeper avenue. You're not seeing that nigga on any podcast that nigga runs, even though he not doing podcasts, but he not doing that. No, ain't no Drink Champs, nigga. Ain't no Carisha. Ain't no any podcast, anything that has to do with Hove, you're not seeing Drake being a part of in the conversations or even about Drake. So I kind of look at that all as the same umbrella to me personally. But I can understand your point.
You don't see that as a symptom of of disrespect. You don't see Hove not fucking with Drake as a byproduct of disrespect, though. You don't think Drake earned that?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not defending either or. I'm not saying Hove's wrong. I'm not saying Drake should not be blackballed or not get fucked with. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is this same nigga has praised you in 15 songs. Nigga, I was just listening to this nigga discography just randomly, and I've heard this nigga bring up Hove's name literally 15 times in 15 different songs about how he loves this nigga. So I'm not going to respond to a nigga that's on my meat. I'm not going to respond to a nigga that all of a sudden your britches get too big and you feel like you bigger than me when we know you want to lick my toes. Like I would never scoop to that level of that. But like I said, I kind of look at it differently personally, but I could understand all point of views. But like, there's a reason why Dame ain't doing interviews with none of the niggas that do the podcast. Would I consider that black? Yes, I would consider that a form of blackball when all this nigga does is talk. All this nigga goes on is on talking interviews. If you're not allowed to sit at Drink Champs, if you're not allowed to sit on Joe and Jada, if you're not allowed to sit on these things that I have influence on and I'm putting bread through, then yeah, I consider you not on Bleak Show. Like, yeah, I look at that like, all right, this a little, like, yeah, it's not out loud, like, fuck this nigga, but I definitely see it like, yeah.
I mean, but all the niggas you naming to me have said, like, have said egregious shit. Like, Drake has songs praising Kanye, but I would never expect Kanye and Drake to show up in the same place.
They did their own concert. They been beefing.
They forced that. That was forced. Them niggas ain't rocked together since, nigga. Like,
because after Kanye's crazy. So yeah, but in that moment, y'all did a whole shit. I don't think it's forced when a nigga over there happy rapping every word that you rapping. I don't think that's forced. I like, yeah, did Jay Prince make you niggas apologize? Yeah. But I don't look at it like it's forced. I think that's why Kanye didn't get a lot of disses on Iceman. I think he already moved on from that, forgave that. There's not a lot of shots over there. So, but I don't know. I'm not saying that none of it's warranted. I think all this shit is warranted. However you gonna take it. I just don't look at it like it's a big ass, like it is a form of blackballing if you can't come sit with the team. If anything, Rock Nation. Now, granted, I don't know if his new tour that he's going to be doing is going to be with Rock Nation. So if it is, then I'll restart this conversation because blackball would mean that you can't get down with my touring company either. So we'll see what that looks like.
About Drizzy?
Yeah. So we'll see if he ends up with the Rock Nation or Live Nation, my bad, which is an umbrella of Rock Nation. We'll see if that happens. But if that don't happen, then I'm gonna for sure say this shit a blackball. For sure.
If you're just hopping in the chat, we're talking about the Jay-Z freestyle and everything that's encompassing it, all the responses, all the reviews, our thoughts on it. If you saw his Roots Picnic freestyle, hop in the chat, let us know what you think about it. Also, we are doing live music reviews. So if you're an artist in here and you want us to review your music, head over to nero.fan/connectthecoast and submit your music over there. And if you're watching on YouTube and Instagram, go ahead and share the stream out, man. Y'all niggas is quiet today. I know it's the finals, but goddamn.
Yeah, it's still quiet in this motherfucker.
At least hop in the fucking chat. But speaking of Dame Dash, he had a response to Jay-Z's freestyle, especially talking about teeth tumbling out of the mouth. And this is the last response we'll check out, but let's hear what he had to say and then react to it.
Getting that drink.
We know how you OGs rocking already, my nigga. The jig is up.
My next update, the jig is up. I got up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the hole. I never looked up to them.
I don't think Drake can beat Kendrick, but I know Drake can beat Jay. And then I was like, damn, this ain't say nothing about 50. I guess he don't want no smoke with 50, but 50 been kind of quiet lately too, for some reason. I'm hearing everyone else's opinions. I don't have to say nothing. I feel like he has to deal with that backlash just for being that whack on the Roots stage. It's like, was he trying to look like the drummer from the Roots? Was that? And I don't know how he gets out of going from a dread to an afro in a day without patches and nothing. Like, Was it to hide horns? To me, that's what it looks like when you owe the devil money. They make you dress funny. They take all your jewelry away, and then they make you do what they say. I'm actually watching what happens after 25 years after you sell your soul. You're in hell. And then he's getting that drink.
We know how you OGs rocking already, my nigga. The jig is up.
My next update.
And then Dame went on to say his breath smells, and his breath always smelled like shit, and he chewed cinnamon, big red gum, and it smelled like cinnamon doo-doo. And I mean, is this an adequate response? Like, should somebody who had a legendary status, even if you don't have anything better than this to say, is it even worth saying? Or how do you feel about his response?
We talking about Dame's response? Yeah. Oh, who the fuck? My nigga, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't. What are you talking about, nigga? Like, what are you talking about, my guy? Like, I don't even know what fucking you're talking about. So I don't. Of course, you're gonna go on an interview right after that and say, "I remember, nigga, you ain't been around this nigga in 20 years, and you remember this nigga breath stinking off the cinnamon Big Red." Like, shut the fuck up. You just sound crazy to me. But yeah, I mean, that's Dame. That's what Dame do. I don't expect nothing less than Dame. I don't think Hov should have said anything in the first place. Like, I just don't think it. Like, that was my point. You just gonna keep your response is okay. So now you about to respond to that, or you gonna wait till the interview? You gonna respond to that? Like, I don't know. I don't look at.
I mean, to me, I feel like he sees it like, I'm going to say something and these niggas are going to talk about me for 2 weeks straight and I don't have to respond at all. Like, he doesn't have to get out in an interview. He doesn't have to say nothing. And niggas is going to talk about this just like we talking about this for at least a week. You know what I'm saying? And I think he understands the power of his brand. And I think that's what he's going to leverage personally. I don't think he's like, okay, now I got to say something back to Dame. I mean, he clearly has zero respect for Dame from what I see. So I don't think he would ever respond. I think he's just using this as a vehicle. But I mean, you do bring up a good point. Like, does he need to respond? No. That's what makes me think it's a roll. It's all part of the rollout. And this is the laziest, easiest rollout he can do without spending any kind of money. Because I don't think he's that invested in music. Like, I don't think he's the same Hov that like sees value in spending $2 million to roll out an album. You know what I'm saying? When he doesn't have to. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I just don't know what you expect your album to do. That's why I don't know if he's even gonna drop. I think he's working on new music for sure. I think he's excited to work on new music for sure. But I don't think what are you expecting a new Hov album to do without the backing of Samsung selling a new phone? Like, I don't know. Like,
I mean, it's been every time he's dropped an album pretty much since Kingdom Come, he's dropped an album around a major brand partnership or a major acquisition or something like that. So I think that's what happened. I think the reason he said it's going to cost you a B to even say my name and the price of the bricks is up when he said that in a freestyle, I think he just did some sort of acquisition or some sort of big brand deal that he can announce now that he's probably been working on for the past couple of years, because that's usually when the albums come.
Yeah. I just don't. Yeah, but what's your numbers about to look like? Like, that's why I'm like, what are you expecting to get from this? Like, you went from dropping like every album before 444 was platinum. Like, it would drop, it went gold, it would drop immediately, and it would go crazy. So, and you cheated with Magna Carta. So, like, that was your fall off to me. Like, and then not fall off because he still Hov, you know what I mean? But fall off as far as the numbers doing what the numbers is going to do. So I'm looking at it like, okay, like, so you took the years off. You took 444 was what, 2013, 2014?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so now it's what, 10 years? Let's go with 10 years that you're going to drop your next album outside of the Carters, because you did the collab tape with
he dropped with Jay Electronica in 2018 too.
That shit don't count. That's
one of my favorite. That shit I love that shit. That
shit still don't count. That shit still don't count. It's under Electronica's name, nigga. I think that, what is that? One of the exhibits, nigga. Like that. I think that was one of the exhibits. So I don't think that should count. But yeah, I'm excited, bro. I'm like, I don't want it to sound like I'm not excited for a Hov album. I'm juiced, you know.
Let's pivot a little bit. Let's stay on Dame. Do you think he still has any valid contacts in the music industry?
Contacts?
Yeah, like meaning like if he picked up if Dame found an artist that he really loved and he picked up the phone,
No.
do you think he could get any kind of motion happening for that artist?
No, I think it's the same thing with Ray J right now.
So Dame and Ray J are the same. You think?
I think Dame and Ray J are in the same boat right now. Like they are, like they had a good argument on the Joe Budden. Like I said, I'm backed up, so I'm a couple episodes back, but I don't know. I think it was a couple weeks ago, but I just listened to it today, and they was talking about Ray J and how Joe was like so adamant that Ray J is like music royalty, but it's like, okay, yeah, you're music royalty, but they don't treat you like that. Hence why you doing boxing matches. Hence why you doing Scooter Con. Hence why you doing the glasses. They don't treat you like you royalty. You don't have a deal. You don't have the partnerships that other artists have that are your level. So I feel like Dame falls under that umbrella. You know what I mean? Like
that nigga is not music royalty. Like I like that nigga, but let's be real. Yeah, he's not music royalty, bro. Like
he should be though.
I don't think so.
His family is. His family is garnished.
So.
But that's what I'm saying. That's like, oh, yeah, but you should be. If your mom and your pops and your sister are considered music royalty, only reason why you're not considered that is because your antics. It's still, nigga, you still Mr. One Wish, Mr. Sexy Can I? Like you had the ability.
He has the ability to be.
You had the ability to be one of those niggas, and your antics made you not that. Like we don't know how much money Rob Kardashian got, but he's still royalty. You don't know, he could be just as broke as Ray J, but there's no antics behind it. So we're not looking at him like, oh, there's a fall off. Dame and Ray J got these antics behind these niggas where it's hard to give them that love and grace that you would give a DMX when he was in his end, towards the end of his life, or Timberland crashing out with the AI shit. You know what I mean? Like they're still royalty, so you still give them that grace where they at any day they can come up with something. But I feel like Dame's so blackballed that he can't even be in this conversation. You know what I mean? Like Hove hates you, so like any nigga that fucks with Hove or wants to fuck with Hove just can't fuck with you on that aspect of it, if that makes sense.
For sure. The reason I ask is because there are a lot of artists that hop in this chat. And so this is for the whole chat. Dame Dash just did an announcement about Dash Records. He dropped on Instagram and he said, proud to announce my latest venture. We are searching for the best, hungry, and talented recording artists, videographers, engineers, producers, makeup artists, stylists, and digital marketers. Share and tag your favorite creatives. Come get with the hottest record label in the world. Please email your portfolio to dashrecordinglabel@gmail.com. My question to the artists in the chat is, would you roll the dice and partner with Dame for your career?
Personally, I think it's I don't know how to say this without being a shot. I'm not throwing a shot. I'm really not. I think there's no difference in signing. Now there's a difference. There's a difference. So I'm trying not to say it, but I got to because I already gave the precursor. But I feel like there's no difference in like niggas signing a death row. Like,
yeah, I feel that.
Like, yeah, you can make it, and yeah, you could get a level of success, but like they don't have the money and the backing to do the necessary work to make you a star. So you would be signing to Dash Records for the contact of Dame Dash, and nobody's fucking with Dame Dash. So like, it's like in the industry, out the industry, it's like I love October London, but he signed to Snoop. So like, there's only a level of like, if there's stories of you owing countless niggas bread, I don't see how we about to come up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love Jane Hancock. Like, there's a lot of people.
Bro. She's grown on me so much. Her joint Stingy is going crazy right now.
Like, there's a lot of people that I fuck with over on Death Row, but like, where are they? What are they doing? They're not doing the necessary work to become super. They are doing the work, but there's not the backing behind them to become stars. So you'll only be signing them. It's like the nigga signed to Eric Bellinger. Like what is that doing for you? What is that doing for you? Like respectfully, like I just think if this nigga is going on interviews complaining about how no one in the industry took him serious, and now he finally has a deal because he signed to all the OG legends when they created a label. What the fuck do you think that's gonna do for your career signing to him?
See, but all the even the AI artists in the chat said, shout out to Cairo, even the AI artists in the chat said they wouldn't sign with Dame. But this is the problem I have with this, right? Like, Uno, you have been mentored by Grace.
Mm-hmm.
You work at a major label, one of the top 3 major labels.
Mm-hmm.
You have experience, you have skin in the game, right? That makes sense for you to say that. A lot of these artists, I'm not even gonna point out nobody. A lot of these artists don't have that.
Yeah.
And Dame is responsible for people like Smoke DZA, Currency, what's the nigga?
When we say responsible, though, what does that mean?
Dame put them in the game. Dame made Currency. Dame put Currency on the map. We could say that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And Currency, that level, like Currency's level from where anybody in the 805 is right now.
It's good. It's high.
Magnitudes large.
For sure.
So that's why I'm asking, regardless of his antics, if you don't have nothing, is he better than nothing? And I'm still not judging your answer, but I do think it's crazy for an artist with nothing to say no.
Well, that's the same niggas. These are the same, and I'm speaking for the artists. That was my personal opinion for the Dave shit. For the artists, these are the same niggas that are dog. I had somebody tell me real life, and she was dead ass serious, nigga. She was dead ass. I said, yo, send me your, because her music was dope. I said, yo, send me your music so I could play it for the label to see if they could think about signing you. Dog, she dead ass with a straight face told me, nigga, with 2,000 followers. Oh, nah, I'm not trying to sign. I'm about to do this independent and go crazy. What the fuck are you talking? You sound dumb as fuck. But these are the same niggas who love Russ and what Russ stands for, and love Chance and love what Chance stands for. But Chance is a liar. So it's like you guys are listening to liars say, but these are the niggas that implement that. So I think my answer is how these niggas think. And yeah, do I think it's insane to do it without any backing? Absolutely. But you have skin in the game. You put in work in your industry, and niggas still look at you with that. I ain't working with CTC. It's the same.
I'm gonna be real. If I could convince Dame Dash to not say that we're connected, to be a silent partner, I would roll the dice.
That's completely different, big dog. That's completely different.
I didn't take that off the table.
Me personally, I would love to sit with Dame Dash. I would love to accumulate the mentors of Infinity Stones of all the niggas that I think just like me, and have them all and have their brain be my brain. I would love to do that. Now, the same way he makes movies independent, he knows how to get money. He knows how to fund shit. He still knows how to crack industry people into the industry with people hating him. Now, would they be signed to him? No, because of how it looks like. And you never hearing of Currency is absolutely wild.
He said he has heard of Currency. He has heard.
Well, yeah, then why'd you say I've heard of Currency? Because I was like, yeah, everyone's heard of Currency. I read it as I've never. I thought you just didn't put never. But nigga, I saw you nutso, nigga. but yeah, I feel like you should have that 100%. But I don't look at it. I don't know. It's tough, right? Like if a nigga says he signed to Dash Records, what is that gonna do for niggas that don't know nothing about the music industry? Or what is that going to do to the niggas that do know about music industry? Now, if I'm a silent partner and I'll put the bread up, or I'm an A&R, or I'll work at Dash Records, nah, nigga, like I'll work at Dash Records right now. But that's different than, will I tell artists to go sign to the nigga? I mean, if I work there, for sure I have an incentive. But if I didn't work there, then no, I would tell niggas to probably. How many options do you have? Do you have a lot of options? If you only have one option, then of course take the option that can benefit you and lift your career. But if you got Dash Records, then you probably got Pitbull Records, and you probably got Flow Rider Records, and go sign on one of those niggas before you sign a Dash, because they don't have the bash that comes with the name. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
I hear you. I think I'm more of a dice roller and a risk taker. So to me, the way I look at it is, I just named Currency and I just named Smoke DZA, but let's not forget this nigga found Kanye West.
Well,
he believed in Kanye West.
We're not doing the Rockefeller shit, because that's a cheat code.
But to me, it's important, because at the height of Rockefeller, when nobody believed in Ye, and Ye was still Ye at this time. Arguably Ye was doper at this time.
At this time, yeah.
And
as
nobody
a rapper,
believed
100%.
in him. And Dame had that vision. Nicole Ray, was never big, but Nicole Ray is one of my favorite R&B artists. I thought she could have been the next Missy if she would have been handled right. Dame brought reggaeton to America. Let's be real. A whole genre of people who don't even like his skin color. This nigga brought that shit to America. So to me, his vision, as ridiculous as his mouth is, I think his vision is there. If I could convince him to be a silent partner, I'd rock with that nigga. Personally.
For sure.
So to me, it's more ridiculous.
But would you be a loud partner?
And no, I wouldn't be a loud partner. But I would.
Would you sign to him?
It depends. It depends on the conversation. I would have the conversation with him.
Okay.
I would have the conversation. It depends on how that conversation goes. Because when you ask the question, what would that do for a new artist? My response would be like me signing with the Getty family, who has the Getty Museum, Getty Trust, Getty Images. Nobody knows they had a label. Nobody knows they started a label for me. But that allowed me to go on tour. That allowed me to perform at Art Basel many times. That allowed me to perform at the Super Bowl. That allowed me to do records with my Method Man and my favorite artists, and be in Vibe magazine and go on Sway in the Morning. And I think Dame has those relationships personally. I think when we're talking about artist to artist, could Dame get you a feature? No. Can Dame get you on Drink Champs? No. Can Dame get you on a P3 radio station in Milwaukee, Iowa? I mean, that's not a real place, Milwaukee, Iowa. But can he do that? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? And who's playing you on the radio right now?
CTC.
You feel what I'm saying? So I look at it from that lens, and I do think it's a little wild when artists who have no motion would look down on somebody who has shifted culture in such a crazy way.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I agree. I agree. I just look at it like, yeah, I agree. I agree.
And I hear your point. Your point.
Yeah. But
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
me and my team probably not doing that. But if somebody thought, but yeah, I look at honest to
like
God,
if
bro.
Dame, like for instance, Gia hit me again and she wants to get back in the lab. Yeah. And if Dame saw Gia and was like, yo, I like her, I think I could rock with her, I'd have that conversation. For sure.
Yeah, but I would look at it like, what's the difference between what all these internet niggas that fell off in your DMs talking about I love your music, let's work? What's the difference? Because I'm going off of what Willis just said. He said he read the post from Day Dash Records, and it is pretty much, let me own your work, I'll get you exposure. So what's the difference between Ray J in your DMs talking about pay me $250 and I'll post you on my story, and Dash Records.
See, and I disagree with Willis. I think if that was the case, now I don't know what the deals look like. So let's be clear about that. I don't know what the deals look like. But I think if that was the case, I think he would have just been in your DMs and been like, hey, I'm Dame Dash. Like, I did this. I put on Ye. Give me $250 and I'll put you on my mixtape. He's not doing that. He's doing an open call. He's clearly building a team. He's looking for whatever his taste of artist is. So I don't think you can insinuate that the deal is let me own everything. Because that doesn't even sound like he's offering that. This nigga got a Gmail, bro. So there is no advance money. Let's be real about that. There's no advance money. This is no Dash Records at Gmail, my nigga. So you have a lot. Like, I think, to me, I see a situation like this for 805 artists who we play on this channel as the optimal situation. You would never have access to somebody who's done this much stuff ever, honestly. Like,
right.
I'm talking about them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You would never have access to somebody like Dame Dash might actually hit a Willis back. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pitbull, Flow Rider is about to perform for the president at the UFC thing. Like, he ain't hitting Willis back.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. But I'd rather sign the Flow than the Dash. If I have the opportunities to sign, all I'm saying is I could possibly have. You're saying you don't. You only got Dash.
Yeah, you don't.
Are you signing Dash? Are you signing Dash if you only got Dash? Yes. I would tell any nigga to get your foot in the door. Now, are you looking? Now, what is your goals for music? Is your goals to be the biggest artist in the world? Is your goals to just get more exposure? Is your goal to be able to tour for the rest of your life? There's different goals. Now, if a nigga tell me, bro, I just want to get my foot in the door and see where I can take it, then I would absolutely say go sign the Dash. But if your goal is to become the biggest artist in the world, dog, you doing a disservice by doing that. That's my personal thought process of it.
So, and this is not pushback, but like,
yeah, no, you're good.
How do you see somebody becoming the biggest artist in the world without taking the steps? I'm not saying Dame is like the key, but he's a step. You know what I'm saying? For somebody who might not have a step. But so how if you don't have no steps, how do you become the biggest artist in the world, even if that's your goal?
Yeah, I think by doing. I don't want to give out niggas like shit, but yeah, I mean, everything is based off relationships. Everything is based off what you're doing. Do people see the benefit of it? So yeah, I mean, you have to do the work, and it's going to take a long time to do that work. But I don't think by signing to artists, like for example, like let's use Jazzy as an example, right? You know who Jazzy is? Fire.
Yeah.
She signed to, or we can even use like. Look, let's use Blast, right? Because Blast is signed to Red Bull Records.
Okay.
Niggas don't even know Red Bull got their own record label. But they put so much money behind Blast that Blast had the potential to become the biggest artist in the world. You signing to Dame, he not putting no money behind you. It's all going to be the exposure that goes around Dame. So he going to be sitting on Breakfast Club, arguing with Charlamagne, you gonna be in the back. Niggas gonna say, who the nigga in the back? He gonna say, my artist. And then it's gonna skip from you being an artist to back to why Dame is there, arguing with niggas. I don't look at that as a stepping stone to get you to the biggest artist in the world. I think smart partnerships and smart negotiations and smart relationships help you get to that spot. And I don't think a Dame, with the relationships, how his relationships are, I just don't think that is a good mix if you want to become the biggest artist in the world. That's just how I look at it. I don't think a nigga sign, like, I love Currency. I love Currency. There's a reason why he's Wiz's backpack man. I mean, I don't there's a reason that there is that. Like, you didn't have Rostrum Records pushing you. And you didn't have Rostrum like Mac Miller. You didn't have Rostrum giving everything they have to make you the star. You don't have Red Bull doing everything they have to make Blast the star. Dame is just gonna I got this artist, I got this artist, I got this artist, I got this artist. So that's why I brought up Death Row. Like, that's kind of what Snoop does. Like, I got this artist, I got this artist, I got this artist. They signed to Death Row, but there's no mega push behind it because the funding ain't there. This nigga fighting lawsuits still. So, like, there's no way that the money's going to be what the money is if I'm arguing to pay Dizza his money. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's deeper than the surface level of just getting signed. But that's why I look at that like, that's why I threw the little shot. I look at that like Eric Bellinger, my nigga. If you want the ability to say I'm signed to a label and have a face behind the label and you get your shit off that way, then by all means. But if your goal is to be the biggest artist in the world, signing to one of those niggas is going to take you another 10 years before you even can sniff results. Because every money that you're making is going in their pockets for their lifestyle. They signed you for a tax write-off. They're not signing niggas to make niggas the biggest stars in the world. We hear about niggas got labels all day, and they not none of them niggas stars.
I feel that. I think the way I look at it is that all these lower level labels like a Dash Records, like whoever, they're never gonna be the ones who make you the star. Like, that's very rare that happens. But I do think that what they do and what they provide is, like, for instance, I don't know what Dame has, but I do think he has the ability to get you into rooms that you could never otherwise be in. And that's pretty much all these lower level labels do. Like, if you sign to an Empire, if you sign to a Red Bull on the lower tier, if you sign to a subsidiary of any of these major labels, they're going to put you on red carpets. They're going to put you in sessions. They're going to put you in rooms with people you wouldn't otherwise have ever met. And then 100%. It's your job to leverage those relationships to take you to the next level. 100%. And if you can't do that, then you're probably not going to make it in the music industry anyway. 100%. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I think what Uno is saying is very valid for people who already have their foot in the door. But if you don't have your foot in the door, it's a little crazy to me
to not do something that's going to get your foot in the door.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. And I hear you. And I agree.
Let us know what you think in the chat. I wanted to get to the Solo Dolo thing, but I'm running on E.
We can talk about it tomorrow. We can
do it tomorrow. But the conversation,
I got to do the sex tape. We got to do the Dolo shit. We got to do,
and we got to do the Drake versus Sauce Walker too. We got to
yes.
But the conversation tomorrow will be: is all press good press? Is all press good press?
Hey, that's a good umbrella for everything we just named right there. That's a good umbrella.
Actual. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. But in the meantime, Uno, let the people know how they can support what you got going on, man.
Yeah, man, it's easy. Same shit. Subscribe to the Patreon. The podcast will be back. I got my boot off. I'm walking around. I'm gonna be straight. And if you want to see what it looks like to my new version of me performing, then come out on June 20th. And San Jacinto, me and Sake's gonna go crazy. So make sure it's free. So make sure you come pull out to that. If you got some spare time, I'll buy you a drink if they selling drinks. And if not, then I'll give you a used drink for free or something.
In an elote or some shit.
Yeah, I'll get you something. I'll get you something, nigga. I'll get you a good ass corn. How about that? I'll get you something for coming out and fucking with us. And then yeah, bro, new album is on the way. Comes out June 21st, the day after the show. So I'll be performing some of those songs on there, bro. So make sure you tapped in. And if you want the early copy, it's only $10. So hit me up and I can get you a little copy of that so you can know some of the songs I'm performing. And besides that, bro, I'm here Wednesdays and Thursdays with the gang. You heard me?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Deuces. CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. My name is the Holy Lord Sanctus, God of the Coast. We do this every Wednesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. If you like what we do and you want to support, visit the website and become a member. That's a great way to support. If you're watching on Instagram, there should be a link on your screen that says become a member. If you're not watching on Instagram, you can visit this link right here, connectthecoast.club. Check it out. Get yourself some merch. That's a great way to help us grow the channel. We've been doing this for years and years and years and years, and we still don't have 1,000 subscribers, but we do have a very dedicated and loyal and fan base that we respect. So we appreciate y'all keep coming back, but we want to continue to grow. So visit the website, get yourself some merch, and get yourself some music. And you can also read gated content that we have that you can only access if you're a member. We have blogs written by CTC, myself. We have community blogs, community photo galleries that you can only see if you're a member. So, and music that you can only access if you're a member as well. So go check that out. We'll be back tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to talk about if all press is good press. So come prepared, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Everybody have a fantastic evening. Don't drink and drive. Deuces.